Welcome back to the Wirraway versus Heclapar Play by Mail campaign. It is the last day of February 1942. Just one more month of the Japanese amphibious bonus. PC Kimball damages one of our submarines, I-18 Apsuva, fast transport in at Attu Island in the Aleutians. You've heard me say this before, but you only have a couple more months of this, and then you got to pull all your submarines out of shallow water hexes. Because once the Americans get their first major ASW upgrades fielded, it's pretty ugly. It's already ugly uh, around any British base. Our submarines have done a decent job so far. Um, haven't really got any high value targets. Mixture of ground and air base attacks there. They ever-present airfield suppression or fort building suppression at Bandoing. Something said. I'm not sure what that's. All the typical stuff. Building is complete at Tapatui. Now we'll switch to building the airfield. Speed through this. Okay, well, let's just check and see if anything unusual happened. Lost a Dinah, a Tina, a Mavis, a Nell, a Walrus sunk. A Walrus was destroyed. I wonder if, I'm not sure. According to this, it was the, yeah, hard to tell what happened. What that sinking sound was and why the walruses showed up as ops. You can read too much into that. Okay, well, not a lot to report this turn. I'll just remind you what I was talking about here in terms of ops losses. So you can see aviation support just exceeds the required support. This Sentai has been long-range capping Bandoing for weeks. And note that the planes are not fatigued, and the pilots are not particularly fatigued. So they can, even at this altitude, they can keep this up essentially forever. The Lilies, who are 40% rested, have been bombing for weeks straight. See, pilot fatigue is low, and airframe fatigue is low. So that's how you keep your ops losses down. And of course, if you have a size 8 airfield or larger, you get to double your aviation support. So that's a really efficient way for the Japanese player to maximize their limited AV is build level 8 airfields and get that doubling bonus. And then you can obviously reduce the number of units there. Here's an example. So you're getting 64 aviation support credit, and you only have 32. While at San Fernando, which I didn't build to 8 and could have, probably should have, I'm not getting any double. And so good technique for a Japanese player to make better use of their more limited compared to the Allies aviation support. you'd say you're just about ready to hit Asansol with its 200 heavy industry. We've flown in troops to hold Jessor. As soon as this falls, we'll finish our redeployments for taking Calcutta. Let's see our situation. We'll be getting ready to conduct some more attacks here. Our divisions are reformed and ready. So on the 1st of March, we will attack again. You can see redeployments or reinforcements arriving to rotate out our units and continue our attack on Changsha. We're just about ready for this attack. Let's see how far out he is. So he needs to move into the hex, which he'll make next turn. We need to reform and then attack. And goal here is again to be able to drive on Luchao through this wooded hex, but need to get this core out of the way first. Have essentially a division here. It's missing one regiment. As soon as I can get enough garrison troops, I'll free up the regiment which is sitting in Canyon and reform this division. Looks like he hasn't necessarily noticed that this blocking position is in here yet. Just a reminder, this doesn't mean these units don't get any supply. They can still trace supply through the mountains. It just means they don't get it very often. And are now in the Magway hex. Okay. Well, looking forward to the next chance to talk.